Okay, hello guys. My name is Prefix. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be continuing along with Final Fantasy 16. We just in the last episode managed to get our chocobo, which was fantastic. I'm so excited for that actually. One thing that I did want to do was I wanted to continue along with the story and then eventually get back into everything that was going on with Clive and his, backstory starting. But again, this is an evolving channel, so we're going to see what we're doing today. So bear with me, and let's get started, shall we? I think it's appropriate time. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. Is the game showing? Probably not. Yep. Okay. Looks like everything's going well. Alright, let's go ahead and get started then. I've been trying religiously to get used to this. You know what? Maybe we will try to get used to this game on the mouse and keyboard for tonight. Let's give it a try. Maybe I'm full of it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We might have to remap some buttons here. But I hope you guys like this game. I'm certainly enjoying it. So we got through the first part of the game like this. We'll see if we can get through the rest of the game similarly. Still seeing the load screen. Load screens are notoriously long. Fuck, I feel like it should have been started at this a week ago. The way things are going. But oh well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do some option. Now that I'm on mouse and keyboard, I just gotta have a look at a couple of things. Game settings. Story focused. We're gonna switch that. Action focus. Complete. Quick complete. Yeah. Photo mode. Blah, 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 blah. Camera setting. Vertical. Target follow. Automatically adjust camera position when next target is off screen. We're gonna turn that on. Seems about good. Graphic settings are fine. I'm actually going to turn motion blur off. Display settings were fine. Alright, now controller. Keyboard and mouse. Show me what's up here. Okay, WASD is move. Space is jump. Interact is F. Attack. Evade is G. Oh, okay. That's gonna be a little bit to get used to. G's pretty far away. Okay. Magic is right click. Q and E. Okay, that's fair. Cycle is tab. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Well, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Okay. Anyway. Let's see if I can remember what we were up to.
But none of the curse breakers have returned. Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Oh shit. Alright, so we're gonna go in right away. Alright, fair enough.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Sounds good to me. I'm ready to rock. Perfect. So this is going to be the bounty board. On board, there it is. Alright, sounds good.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Alright, let's head over to the hunt board and see what we can find before we do anything.
I hear there's trouble in those areas.
If I'm going the right way, seems it.
That
brooms as ragged as...
Nope. Don't need anything to do with Vivian. Alright, let's talk to Nectar. Hello, Kupo.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later.
That's funny.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Okay, let's see what he's been up to. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent,
I don't
Kupo?
think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. Do they look like that sort of thing a Moogles can cross countless leagues of open sea? They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid. What an asshole. That's funny. Okay, fair enough. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, that's the guy we already got. Did we claim that? No. Okay.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Okay, Urgenclef Renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to our cause. Okay, upon accepting donations, then we'll never diminish it. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Here you are. You earned this. Sorry, but you're not quite there yet.
Cool.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Alright, let's go check it out. Not that we can go anywhere else anyways. It's kind of railroading us right there. I gotta wake up some. I'm starting to get sleepy already, and I just barely started. Oh, what's wrong with me lately? My energy levels have been super low. Oh, I'll get everything I needed to get done today, so that's all that matters. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines. Yeah, let's have a look at the area and see what it looks like. Oh. KK. Let's just
How
straight
far
up.
do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely.
This is what's new.
There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Rolling around and these are fun.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Pretty sure we're gonna stomp this guy into the ground.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right. I heard you the first time.
Welcome, stranger.
Okay, so Coral Sword, Gaia Bladed Invictus.
I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Okay, so the quest should be up this way, I'm thinking. Yeah, here he is.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire...
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh?
Will do.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Ah, little buddy, what's going on?
After it.
I got an achievement.
You seen them?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just, at least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time they visited?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. If only we were.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way.
That was easier than I thought.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire?
True.
A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Fingers crossed. Alright, next village. Well, let's just double check and make sure. We didn't really... Oh. Or we cut through there. Something tells me there's going to be some stuff over here.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
That's the plan.
Ever since the Apollo trip, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Interesting. Some more black shields up ahead.
More of my mother's men.
Oh, glad I could help. So 3 briar clam shells, that's a good start. But lots of ultimate ability, so we should be fine. I was about to say, I think there's treasure near here. Get wrecked. Okay. That's the way to continue backwards. This is the way forward. Alright, let's zoom the rest of them here. That's how we do that. So we're going out and around here. That actually scared the shit out of me. I assume this is where we're going.
Blood, Clive.
Blood, Clive. Clive,
And
blood.
still wet.
Torgal, the early warning system.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Sure.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Brazilian.
Yeah. Just a karate kick right to the teeth. It's enough to put him down.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. They await you in Old Hill.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Faster!
Oh, I'm not allowed to be on the chocobo going through doors? That's gross. Alright, big time fight time.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Oh, shit. Well, there's another town gone to fuck. Holy shit. That's insane. Oh no, it's... Oh Christ, okay. Yeah, it's all the townsfolk.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Watch her be like Ultima's dominant.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, man.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Sorry, just taking a quick second to look for any kind of candy at all. Usually they got like lots of stuff hanging around in random locations in places like this. Just wondering. Doesn't look it though. Oh well. Worth a try, I guess.
We're approaching Newland Bridge. No, I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Yeah!
Chocobo time.
Back to the stables, Carl.
Oh, what the fuck? That doesn't look good. Just checking. I'll be with you in a second. Yeah, there you go. 10 bloody hides.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road. No, you didn't hear him.
Honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Great Duchy of Rosaria. Fair enough.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Okay, fine. Just checking. Summon pinches of magic ash. Alright, well, I have a feeling there's going to be something worthwhile down on the beach here, so let's go see that. Come on in, everybody. Yahoo! That's even starting to come to the point now where it's not dealing a lot of damage. That's a great way to kill him off real quick. Can I actually go over there, or is it going to be blocking terrain? Blocking terrain. That's unfortunate. Oh, but we did get this. Black blood. One of these days I'll be able to use all of this stuff for crafting. Someday. Broke is barking at something. Oh. Move it up that way. Oh. Okay, so I came down. What the hell does... Oh. Okay, fair enough. Probably nothing there. Hell with it. Moving on. Feel free on saying hi in the chat, guys. Need some conversation to wake me up here.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Just walk up and football kick some bitches. That was a mistake I probably shouldn't have done, but that's fine. Okay, moving on. Alright, so we got some crabs to kill over here. Okay, so these guys super weak against lightning, considering they're water creatures, I would imagine. Okay, some level up. We should probably check on our upgrade points as well before I forget. Check the whole beach out. Make sure we find all the chests and all that kind of jazzy cabbage.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
So it looks like that's blocked, but it wants us to go this way. Should we at least try to go in? I mean, the doors are locked. The doors are locked, but I don't know why they'd let us come here and not allow us in. Oh, it's barricaded all the shit. Crazy. Alright, buddy, let's go.
Come on. Faster.
Music's so dreary here as well. Oh my god, I can't use this guy for more than 10 feet. Oh, it's a cutscene.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-rid thugs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough for
Fuck off! Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Oh, now we go back to the other town and go through that way. Meet up with somebody, maybe they'll let us in.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
Yep, had a
We'll find
feeling.
our way into this.
If you're sure. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
When has anything ever been safe in this goddamn game?
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I doubt it. Last group seemed to think about sending a message was more important than anything.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Ooh. Them spoils are going to be important.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Oh, you guys. You guys are funny.
Or not.
Jesus.
Nice try.
That was a nice little sidestep. That worked out well.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Oh, is that fucking... Oh, shit!
Founder, it really is you.
It is.
Sir Wade!
Sir Wade.
We can speak inside.
Yeah, sorry I just killed like 6 of your friends. My bad. Oops. Well, maybe you shouldn't like kill everybody you try to that comes onto your territory there, man. Oopsie. Sorry. I'm sure some of those guys had kids.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir,
Her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready.
Care to have a dominant? I'll come.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Me too.
Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
That'd be kind of a morale booster for them, for sure. That's kind of crazy.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Oh yeah, let's buy some items.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. Our thanks, my lord. May it serve the cause well.
No sense
I'm
keeping
sure
any of this
that it will
shit, I
prove
guess.
Useful. May it serve the cause well. I'm sure that it will prove useful.
Oh.
It has been an honor.
Okay, so now that we've bought stuff... Oh, hey Wade, what's up?
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
That guy needs an undershirt.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Let's do it. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Alright, let's go.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Run like the wind.
I wonder if there's a fat chocobo summon.
Come along now.
The bastards are looking.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Be safe.
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Very well. You asked for it.
For us area!
For us area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank! Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
And that's how you do that. Thank you very much.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point.
Okay, and what is that?
This land is in dire need of cleansing.
Oh, fuck.
down. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finished him.
Oh, he flew right into it. Oh, good God. I thought he got me at the end of it.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud!
Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And there you have it. Well, that was a pretty epic little battle. So we're going to have a little cutscene, a little prelude to let us know what is going on. As of right now, we're just basically fighting in the dark. We're losing to the Blight, and Anima's slowly creeping out every corner of the realm. What are we really going to do?
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the
Costume or something?
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Gotta love those seals.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again.
Well, even if they do, I think it's a bit of a joke.
Here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
So wait. If there is ever anything you need.
I know.
Wow, it's good. Long load screens. That's all they are, always long load screens. Oh wow, that fast forwarded pretty quick.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
See that you use the good plates, sir. Ruffians indeed.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw.
Makes sense.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Jill doesn't seem too happy about all that. That's a little weird. Man. Alright, well, if that's the case, it looks like we got our... Wait, are we going to fast forward like 3 weeks? Because, like, I feel like we got some more stuff to do besides that. We got to go back to base and let them know what's going on, don't we?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Alright, Jill.
Something on your mind?
Work it up. Come on. Tell us what's going on here.
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Oh, I wonder if I'm going to be able to play as Jill. Oh, that'd be cool.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Well, there you have it. Well, okay. So we got some stuff to do, that's for sure. Hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit of upgrading. Let's head back to the hideaway. Yeah, because I think eventually I'm going to have to start buying some stuff too. I wouldn't mind seeing if there's any more equipment I can upgrade. Be able to get those cooldowns of some of my items reduced a little bit. But, you know, one thing at a time, I guess. So I was just going to ask you guys, like, what do you guys think of the game so far? You guys liking it? I have qualms about certain aspects of the game, but overall I'd say it's a pretty good experience. There's definitely very little gameplay versus cutscenes, but that's, again, your generic Final Fantasy game. So, I don't know.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
That's probably true. Alright, we'll go accept some more quests here and see what's going on.
Typical nobles.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Okay, let's see what we do.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred. And they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drustanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Interesting. So we got a hell of a job ready for us.
The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
That sounds it's going to be the latter.
And my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill.
That
I'd
explains
say you'd
her.
be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same.
Sounds
Not much
good.
else to do here.
All right, guys.
Let's
So
see if Jill's ready.
so that was pretty fun. So I'm going to do something now. I'm going to probably take a break for supper. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some food. I could quite possibly be on later. I'm not too sure. I know I'm super tired and I do got to go back to work tomorrow. So the way things work on the channel here is if you're subscribed, you'll get a notification bell whenever I go live. And it's going to be Final Fantasy 16 and probably Core Keeper on the weekends. Right now I work the next 2 days and then I'm on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I think I'm off and I'll be streaming all 3 days right until I get through to the end of this game. I'm excited as hell to be able to play it. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off for a little bit. Thank you so much for watching and don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.